Good evening, Gotham. Or is it morning? Time is such a slippery little thing when you're waiting for the punchline. You see, I've been looking at the calendar. They say today is the last day, the end of the road, the final page. Everyone is scurrying around, clutching their precious little memories like they actually mean something. But me, I'm celebrating. Because tomorrow is the grand reopening. Don't look so confused. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just shedding the skin. It was getting a bit tight anyway. Tomorrow, I return, different. And since we're all friends here, I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek at the new curriculum. You all spend your lives walking a tightrope, terrified of the breeze. You think your rules, your plans, and your little last days will catch you if you fall. Tomorrow, I'm cutting the rope. I've realized that the only way to truly fly is to stop believing in the ground. When I return, I won't be playing by the gravity of your expectations. I'm trading my safety net for a smile that never fades, even when the wind howls. Look at you, clutching your schedules and your 5-year plans like they're holy relics. It's pathetic, really. You wake up and balance yourself on that thin, fraying wire of decency and productivity, looking straight ahead because you're absolutely terrified of what's waiting in the dark below. You've built a world out of safety nets, insurance policies, social contracts, the comforting lie that if you follow the steps, the universe owes you a soft landing. But the wind doesn't care about your steps. The breeze is coming, people, and it doesn't need a reason to knock you off balance. It just does, because it's funny. I used to be like you in a way. I used to think the rope mattered. I used to think that the struggle to stay upright was the whole point of the circus. But then I looked down. I saw the jagged rocks of reality waiting beneath the wire, these civilized people, and I realized that the only thing keeping me on that rope was my own desperate, sweaty grip. The fear of the fall is what makes the fall fatal. So tomorrow, I'm ending the suspense. I'm taking the shears to the fibers of that rope. No more balancing act. No more trembling knees. I'm letting go of the idea that I need to stay up. When you stop believing in the ground, the concept of falling just becomes movement. It's liberation, don't you see? You call it a tragedy. I call it a shortcut to the punchline. When I return, I won't be shackled by the gravity of what you think I should be. You expect me to be the villain, the foil, the chaos that proves your order is necessary. But those expectations are just another kind of rope, people. Another way to keep me tethered to your boring little reality. I'm breaking that bond. Tomorrow, I won't be reacting to your laws or your morals. I'll be operating on a frequency you can't even hear. Your expectations are a weight, a heavy leaden boots that keep you pinned to the earth. I'm kicking them off. I'm trading the security of being understood for the absolute, terrifying freedom of being a mystery. And that smile, that's not a mask. It's the result of the pressure being lifted. People, when you finally realize that the safety net was actually a cage, you can't help but grin. The wind can howl until its lungs burst, and it won't matter, because there's nothing left to blow away. I'm becoming the wind. I'm becoming the very thing that makes the tightrope walkers tremble. People, you can keep your nets and your ropes and your trembling balance. I'll be the one laughing as I plummet, only to realize I was never falling at all. I was just finally moving at the speed of the truth. Tomorrow, the gravity ends and the real show begins. They call me a special kind of criminal, don't they? A colorful distraction for a city that loves its melodrama. But even the best acts get a bit dusty. I've looked at the tapes. I've smelled the grease paint. And I've realized that I've been playing the game by a set of rules I didn't even realize I was following. A bomb in a bus, a flower that squirts acid, a big, noisy explosion to make the sheep scream. It's also theatrical, isn't it? It's a performance. It's loud, it's messy, and it's ultimately something you can put behind a glass case and label. Insanity. But tomorrow, the theater closes its doors, and the real haunting begins. I'm not interested in the explosion anymore. I'm interested in the cold, deafening silence that follows the blast. I'm refining the craft, moving away from the pyrotechnics and into the very marrow of your bones. You see, you've all become desensitized to the big show. You see a building go up in flames and you think, oh, there he goes again, what a card. You've categorized me. You filed me away under chaos. External. But the new face of chaos isn't going to be something you can see on the evening news. It's not going to be a physical threat you can run away from or a hostage situation the big bat can swoop in and solve with a well-timed gadget. No, I'm moving into the software. I'm moving into the way you think, the way you doubt your own shadow, the way you look at your neighbor and wonder if they've finally seen the joke too. People, I'm going to be the intrusive thought that you can't shake, the one that whispers that everything you love is built on a foundation of sand. The old chaos was a sledgehammer, effective, sure, but a bit crude. The new chaos is a scalpel. People, it's the subtle shift in the air that makes you realize nothing is certain. I want to create a world where the punchline isn't a bang, but a realization. Imagine a city where everyone is waiting for a disaster that never comes. Civilized people, until the waiting itself becomes the disaster. I'm going to be the glitch in your perfect little simulation. When I return, I won't be the man holding the detonator. I'll be the reason you're afraid to touch the button in the first place. I'm upgrading the nightmare. I'm becoming the doubt that keeps you awake at 30 a.m., wondering if the person sleeping next to you is actually who they say they are. This isn't about property damage anymore. This is about psychological terraforming these civilized people. I'm gonna landscape your minds until the only thing that grows there is uncertainty. You think you know what scary is? Scary is a man with a gun. Chaos is a man who makes you realize the gun was never loaded, but you pulled the trigger anyway. That's the new face. The face that doesn't need a mask because it's reflected in every cracked mirror in Gotham. I'm trading the hardware of terror for the software of madness. By the time you realize the game has changed, I'll already be inside your head, redecorating the place with a fresh coat of why so serious? Memory is a heavy coat, isn't it? It's thick, and it's itchy, and it smells of damp pavement and old regrets. You all walk around draped in it, stooping under the weight of who you were and what happened to you. You think your history is a roadmap, but really it's just a leash. It keeps you tethered to the same old grudges, the same old fears, people in the same boring identity. But today is the last day I wear that coat. Tomorrow, I'm lighting a match and watching the wool curl into ash. I'm realizing that last day isn't just a deadline for the world. It's an execution date for my own history. I'm burning the photo album, the police files, and every miserable origin story you've tried to pin on me like a tail on a donkey. Think about the sheer, dizzying freedom of it. Most people are terrified of losing their memories. They call it a disease, a tragedy. But to me, forgetting is the ultimate superpower. If I don't remember why I hate you, then our next encounter is a clean slate, a brand new toy to play with. If I don't remember the scars or the one bad day that supposedly made me, then I am reborn every single time I blink. I won't be a man driven by a past. I'll be a man fueled entirely by the present moment. Tomorrow, I return without a why. No more childhood traumas to analyze, no more vendettas to fulfill. Just a pure no. You see, you're all obsessed with consistency. You want your villains to have motives and your heroes to have codes because it makes us predictable. It makes us safe. But when I liberate myself from memory, I become a ghost that you can't catch. How can you anticipate a man who doesn't even remember what he did 5 minutes ago? I'm trading the burden of a legacy for the lightness of a fever dream. When I look at the big bat, tomorrow I won't see a lifelong rival or a dark reflection of myself. I'll see a man in a funny suit and wonder, oh, what does this button do? It makes every cruelty fresh, every joke new, and every scream a delightful surprise. Imagine the fun of discovering how much I enjoy making you squirm all over again. It's like a first date, but instead of flowers, I'm bringing a crowbar. There's a certain romance in not knowing your own capacity for malice until the moment it strikes. By shedding my past, I'm becoming an eternal amateur of chaos, constantly surprised by my own handiwork. You'll try to remind me of our history, try to appeal to some shred of who I whoosed to be. But those words will be a foreign language to me. People. I'm closing the book on the old joker. The ink is dry, and the pages are soaking in gasoline. When the sun comes up, I won't be the man who did all those things you've recorded in your precious little archives. I'll be a stranger in my own skin, and that makes me the most dangerous man on the planet. I'm trading the security of being someone for the infinite potential of being no one. So, keep your scrapbooks and your anniversaries. I'm moving into a future where every second is a rebirth and every heartbeat is a brand new punchline. The coat is off, Gotham, and I've never felt more comfortably cold. A joke told twice isn't funny. Bull. It's a tragedy of repetition, a stale bit of gum stuck under the desk of reality. And let's be honest with ourselves. Gotham, our little song and dance was getting a bit dusty. The hero swoops in, The villain reveals the master plan. The clock ticks down to 1 second. And everyone goes home to their warm beds, safe in the knowledge that the narrative was satisfied. It was a formula, a predictable, boring equation where X always equals the bat and Y always equals the jail cell. But tomorrow, I'm changing the math. I'm upgrading the punchline. And I'm doing it by tearing out the very idea of a beginning, middle, and end. You see, the old way relied on timing. You wait for the setup, you build the tension, and then bang, you deliver the twist. But everyone expects the twist now. You've been conditioned to look for the hidden wire, the double cross, the secret compartment. So I've decided to stop telling the joke and start living it. The punchline isn't going to be a moment at the end of the night anymore. The punchline is going to be the entire show. When the world doesn't know where the setup ends and the joke begins, the world becomes the joke. I'm making the punchline a permanent state of being, a constant, low-frequency hum of absurdity that vibrates in your teeth until they fall out. Imagine a joke that never ends, a joke where the setup is your entire life, your job, your family, your morning coffee, and the punchline is the realization that none of it ever had a point. I'm moving away from the gag and toward the cosmic giggle. Tomorrow, my actions won't have a climax. I might spend the day painting every fire hydrant in the city bright yellow, or I might just stand on a street corner and stare at a brick until people start to scream. Why? Because there is no why. The lack of a point is the point. That is the upgraded punchline, the total, devastating absence of a reason. You won't know when to laugh, and that's the most delicious part. In the old days, I'd give you a cue. I'd tackle or I'd drop a body, and you'd know. That's the funny part. But tomorrow, I'm gonna be perfectly serious while the world burns, and I'll be howling with laughter while a child eats an ice cream cone. I'm desynchronizing the humor from the horror. When the timing is broken, the mind breaks with it. You'll be searching for the logic, the message, the motive, but you'll find nothing but a hollow echo. I'm turning the city into a theater of the absurd, where the audience is also the prop, and nobody has seen the script. It's about the purity of the reaction. If I tell you a joke, I'm in control, people. But if I turn your reality into a joke, chaos is in control. I'm upgrading from a comedian to a conductor of the nonsensical. People, I want you to look at your life tomorrow and feel that creeping, itchy sensation at the back of your brain. The one that tells you that everything you take seriously is actually hilarious. I'm removing the safety of the ending. There will be no final bow, no curtain call. No to be continued. Just a continuous unfolding prank played by the universe on itself. Tomorrow, the joke isn't on you. The joke is you, and I'm the only one who's actually in on it. I used to want to prove a point. I spent years obsessed with the why of it all. Desperately trying to show you that everyone is just one bad day away from being me. I wanted to be a mirror, a twisted reflection of your own fragility, hoping that if I pushed you hard enough, you'd finally see the cracks in your own porcelain masks. But that was so human. It was a mission, a crusade, a purpose. And purpose is a chain. Purpose means you're still trying to convince the audience of something. Tomorrow, I'm breaking that chain. I don't care about points anymore. I don't care about shoulds or lessons. I'm returning as a force of nature. You don't ask a hurricane why it decided to blow down a hospital instead of a warehouse, do you? You don't put a landslide on trial for its lack of empathy. You don't try to understand a wildfire. You just hide, you pray. You hunker down in your basements and hope that the storm passes you by. That is my final evolution. I'm shedding the need for a motive like a snake sheds its skin. When I return, I won't be a man with a plan. I'll be the thing you can't plan for. I'm moving beyond the petty squabbles of good and stepping into the raw, vibrating energy of pure, unadulterated existence. In the past, I was a player on the stage. Tomorrow, people. I am the stage itself, and I'm tilted at an angle that's going to make all of you slide into the abyss. You see, when you have a purpose, you have a weakness. If your purpose is to prove a point, someone can argue with you. If your purpose is to cause pain, someone can resist you. But how do you resist the tide? How do you argue with the rain? I'm becoming a phenomenon, a static noise in the background of your lives that you can never quite tune out. I am evolving into the embodiment of the great unknown, the personification of the what if that keeps the world trembling in the dark. I'm trading my humanity for something much more durable. Humans are fragile things, people. They have hearts that can be broken and minds that can be swayed. But a force of nature, it just is. It doesn't feel guilt, it doesn't feel pity, and it certainly doesn't feel the need to explain itself. When I look at Gotham tomorrow, I won't see a city to be conquered or a people to be enlightened. I'll see a playground of atoms waiting to be rearranged. I'm not coming back to change the world. I'm coming back because the world is there. And I am the impulse to see what happens when you poke it with a stick. This is the end of the Joker as a man, and the beginning of the Joker as an inevitability. You spent so much time trying to figure out what I want, but tomorrow, the terrifying truth will finally hit you. I don't want anything. I am just the crack in the sidewalk that you trip over. I am the sudden gust of wind that blows your money into the sewer. I am the glitch that deletes your life's work. I'm not a person anymore. I'm a law of physics that you forgot to account for. So lock your doors, bolt your windows, and hold onto your precious reasons as tight as you can. It won't matter. The evolution is complete. The man you knew is dead, buried under the weight of his own punchlines. These civilized people, and the thing that's coming back in the morning, it doesn't need a name, it doesn't need a reason, and it certainly doesn't need your permission. Tomorrow, people, I return as the only thing that's truly honest in this universe total, beautiful, mindless inevitability. We'll see you when the sun fails to rise. So sleep tight, Gotham. Hug your pillows, say your prayers. Enjoy the you that you are right now, because by the time the sun hits the horizon, the old me will be a ghost story, and the new me